Good morning students, myself Sheikh Mohammad Ghaus. Today we are going to discuss 5th unit nanomaterials and molecular machines and switches from engineering chemistry subject. And today's topic is chemical synthesis of nanomaterials by Sol-Gel method. Let us start. The outlines are very simple. How many types of synthesis are there for nanomaterials, and that what about our Sol-Gel method. First one, synthesis of nanomaterials. The second one is synthesis of nanomaterials by Sol-Gel process. Let's discuss about synthesis of nanomaterials. This synthesis of nanomaterials having two different approaches. One, top-down approach. Another one is bottom-up approach. First, we need to understand the top-down. Top-down means a bulk molecule to nanoparticles we are synthesizing known as top-down. And bottom-up approach. That is means bottom, the bottom of the any material is an atom. From the atom to nanoparticle synthesis is known as a bottom-up approach. Let us discuss. Bottom-up approach seeks have smaller compounds built up into more complex assembly, while top-down approaches seek to create nanoscale devices by using larger or extreme control to direct their assembly. Let us see with the help of an image. See, top-down approach. We are having a bulk metal. That bulk metal we undergo ball mill method, or so many methods are there. In that through methods we can synthesize nanoparticles. And bottom approach, by taking atoms, we are synthesizing nanoparticles. Let us continue our explanation. Synthesis of nanomaterial by Sol-Gel method. In this Sol-Gel method, first we need to know what is Sol. Sol is nothing but solution, colloidal solution made up of solid particles suspended in a liquid. Made up of solid particles suspended in a liquid phase is known as a Sol-Gel. Gel is a solid macromolecule immersed in a solvent. Sol-Gel process. It may be defined as a chemical transformation of a liquid into gel. That is known as a Sol-Gel method, and which subsequently post-treated and transmission into a solid oxide materials. The formation of the final product is solid oxide. For example, zinc oxide, titanium oxide, etc. Let us check here for this process which kind of precursor, that is mean starting material, which kind of starting material we need to take. The starting material for the Sol-Gel process we are using is metal alkoxide. Any metal, either copper, either zinc, anything. Metal alkoxides are metal salts. For example, if we are going to this zinc, we can take zinc acetate, etc. They readily react with water to form gel. Examples, we can use for example, to synthesis silicon dioxide. For that we are taking material, precursor is tetramethoxysilicates. For example, we are going to synthesize zinc, we are taking zinc acetate, etc. Come to the process, how the process happens. This process consists of 4 steps. First one, hydrolysis of precursor. Second one, condensation by polycondensation process. Third one, gelation. Fourth one, drying to get product. First one, hydrolysis of precursor. Here we know our precursor is whatever alkoxide or silicon alkoxide, alkoxysilicon. There it undergo hydrolysis to form silanols, because we are synthesizing silicon nanoparticles. This silicon nanoparticle synthesis, see, these are the alkoxy, either ethoxy, methoxy, or butoxy silicons are there, which undergo hydrolysis form all hydroxides. It is known as silanol. And again this silanol undergo condensation. This primary two molecules we are taking, silanols. 2 silanols undergo by liberating one water molecule, it gets condensed, form silanes. Like that, polycondensation. Before going to do polycondensation, first we use 6. It will form like a frame or sheet. We undergo polycondensation. In polycondensation, a big sheet we are going to synthesize like this. Big sheet. This is called polycondensation, where by liberating water molecule is combined together very easily. Third one, gelation. The gel are subject to the supercritical drying in autoclave. It becomes moist material. These are the one flow chart which explains about all things. Come to drying. Drying is a critical pressure and temperature. At high temperature, high pressure, we are going to dry the material to get a silica aerogels. See, we are taking precursor metal oxides, undergo hydrolysis to form solution. That solution undergo treating a condensation, polycondensation, stirring process will take place for several hours, which forms gel. Again, this gel we dry and continuously we undergo high temperature to get silica aerogels. Come to the next one. This is a flow chart. Getting metal oxides, hydrolysis solution, polycondensation gel, heating. Primary heating is called just drying. Dried gel, and this dried gel we are going to use in a hot air oven that is known as annealing, which form metal nanoparticles or metal oxides. What are the advantages of sol gel process? It produces thin bond coating to provide excellent adhesion between the metallic substrates and top coat. It produces thick coating to provide corrosion protection performance. It easily shapes material into complex geometrically in a gel state. It have low temperature sintering capability, usually 200 to 600 degrees centigrade. It provides a simple, economic, effective method to produce high quality coating. And come to the applications where we are using these nanoparticles or silica gel process. It can be used in ceramic manufacturing process and investigation casting material or mean of producing very thin film of the metal oxides for various purposes. Sol gel derived materials have diverse application in optics, electronics, energy space, biosensors, medicines, etc. Control example, medicines example, control drug release and separation example, chromatography technology. One of the more important application of the sol gel process is carry out zeolite synthesis. Other element metal oxides can be easily incorporated into final products and silicates and the silicate solution formed by this method is very stable. So this is our topic. Thank you. Sorry. I missed one point. Other products fabricated with this process include various ceramic membranes for the microfiltration or ultrafiltration, nanofiltration, and reverse osmosis. This is also one nowadays most important we are using every home, osmosis RO systems. For that purpose also we are using nanomaterials. The applications are over. This method is completed. This video is over. Thank you.